I see what I'm doing wrong. Oh, hey! I was too busy playing with the doggone thing trying to learn how to do this. Hey, I'm gonna put you as a mod, princess, because they say I have to wait till people come in the room. Okay, how I do this? Okay, hold on a minute. I'm learning. Oh, shoot. I think I did that wrong. How do I do? Okay. Okay. I think. Hey, you guys, give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm trying to learn how to do my own live, but I like y'all for being punctual. I really do. Thank you. So yeah, I got you down for a mod. So we're gonna get started. We're just waiting on some more people to come in the room. But thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for remembering. There's a lot going on in them TikTok streets. It's a lot. It's a lot of people who hurting. It's a lot of people who need some mental therapy. It's a lot. It's a lot. And the thing about it is they keep dancing around the topic and they keep dancing around the issue. But if an individual doesn't realize that they have a problem and they in denial about the problem, it's no way of getting them help. Because the first step in healing an individual is a person has to accept the fact that they got an issue, that they got a problem. And if you can't get them to see that they have a problem or have an issue, then you telling them and talking to them is not going to help until they come to terms that they need help and that they have an issue. So let me try to send the live out. Which, like, I know a lot of people is sitting in listening to what's going on with Poozy. And when I was listening and to the story, I was like, I don't really think nobody gonna be in my live, because they sitting over there listening to the news, to the mess news. So, but like I say, healing the individual and strengthening the collective shifts the culture, which it does. But like I was stating before, you people always talking about how we gonna fix the issue, how we going to help our people, how we gonna take over. You got to heal individuals first. You got to heal individuals. You can't take over a community. You can't take over nothing until you get like-minded, healed individuals in the same room. Once you get like-minded individuals in the same room, then now we got something to work with. But when you got a bunch of sick people and you the only one talking and making sense, all you doing is basically wasting your time. You have to have like-minded people around you in order to get anything done. If not, you thinking one way, they thinking one way, and here comes somebody else thinking a completely different way. Nothing's going to get accomplished. We have to have at least 1 to 2 things in common in order for us to really see eye to eye. You can't do anything when you got a room full of people having different levels of thinking. Somebody level of thinking got to got to connect somewhere. You have to have something in common in order to get something done. But this I don't know who this is. Hello, thank you for coming in, Miss Muffin. I think that's who that was. Let me see. It's gonna be you and somebody else. Somebody in here watching, but they quiet. You know, you be having a little. You ain't got no bio, no nothing. A little troll. But okay, welcome in. It's just me and you, Miss Princess. Which I already knew once I seen once I was sitting in Dex Live and Dex was streaming Manny, and I was like, what? Ooh. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, ain't nobody gonna be in my life. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Girl. Oh, I was like, yeah, this is juicy. They not gonna be in my life. They gonna forget all about my life, but it's okay. I understand, but and that's a distraction. That is a distraction. We are glued to mess before you come and talk about something that's gonna be for betterment. We'll sit around and listen to a bunch of gossip, a bunch of mess before we come to have a good conversation about something that food for thought, something that can help us find a solution to this problem. And that's another tactic that society, the government, the system has placed in our systems, because that's why you got detoxification of the mind. It's a tactic that they have placed in our systems that is like a frequency. Anytime we see mess, anytime we see something of drama, anytime we see something of detriment, we got to go be nosy. We got to go figure out what it is because it's juicy. But when the preacher get up, or when somebody telling you something good that you can apply to your life, you ain't got no room full of people. You ain't got room for the people for when you trying to talk about something good. When you trying to talk about something positive. There's no room full of people for that. But you got a room full of people when you talking about some mess. And that's what it is. People got to understand and learn when you being used like a puppet on a string. People should get tired of society using them, bamboozling them like a puppet on a string. Hey, Nicole. I just realized that with you. But yeah, people have to get tired of being used. When you gonna get tired of being used? That's what I say about religion. Religion is a tool that they came up with to keep control of over the slaves. It's a tool that they came up with to keep control over the slaves. Because half the scriptures in the Bible, you have to think about it. Anything that's written by man, I question. Anything written by men, I question. And the reason that I question, because when you go back and you watch these, because see, I love history. When you go back and you watch these old movies and you're saying that you came because of the queen, and the queen told you to come and kidnap the slaves and kill the people for God, you doing this for the Catholic Church. I'm like, huh? That stuff not adding up. And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, why we got so many religions? But the Bible say, I'm coming back for my people. And the church is in the people. And then the Jehovah's Witness think they just coming back for them. But why would God only come back for a certain type of people, a certain religion? So yeah, things wasn't adding up to me. So then I was like, I'm not going to be, I can't be religious. I have to be spiritual. That's why he says search the scriptures for yourself, and you have to have a relationship with God for yourself. Because it's a tool that they were using to keep you imprisoned in your mind to do what they wanted you to do. Just like marriage, it's a tool to keep women quiet. Women do not have a voice. You had to have a husband to have a voice. Now, all before, marriage was a contract between the families. You didn't even know who your husband was. Your family picked out your husband according to what the other family had. And then you had a diary. But when you came, once the colonial people came in, now here it is. It's about a reign. Yeah, everything changes with time. But you have to have enough sense, enough private eye, just like they over there prying in people about the girl. You have to start questioning a lot of stuff that they be putting in front of you. How they say, what was that statement they used to say? Inquiring minds want to know. That's me. Inquiring minds want to know, because this not adding up. This not making sense to me. It's not. But if you detox your mind, right? You detox. Once you get by yourself, you detox your mind, and you stop like these stories that they told us from childhood in elementary school. These stories not adding up. A lot of the stuff that they was telling us wasn't adding up. And now that you older, now they trying to come clean. Now that you're old enough to go back and go to the libraries and pick up different books and find the truth. Now that you're older. But a lot of the world is just complacent. They don't want to know the truth. They want to go with the status quo. They don't want to shake the room. They don't want to know the truth. So that's why everything keep going on and on in the 360. Nothing's never going to get better, because the people don't really truly as a collective want to know the truth. You only have a handful of people who are really trying to truly from the core change something. And you will always think when our people will get money that they were going to be able to help us basically have a better world, a better society. No. They got it. They made it. First of all, this world is about the haves and have-nots. So once I get it, and once my family is good, I'm going to trickle down something on the other people. But I got it. I got mine. I'm going to give y'all a little bit, but I'm not going to give y'all enough to really do any type of true help to the people. I'm just going to give you enough, whereas y'all think I'm really doing something for y'all. Nah. Everybody want to go run and see Beyonce, though. But Beyonce got enough money where she could really do some damage, right? And not only her, it's a lot of black actors and a lot of black performers got some real good money where they can really do some damage, right? Okay. When people get their families out, that's all they care about. When people get their families out, they leave it up to you to figure out what they figured out. How they say, every man for himself, God for us all. Hey, every man for himself, God for us all. So that's why you have to self-improvement or self-destruction. You have to do it for yourself, for the betterment or self-destruction, and get along with people who think like you to change the collective, so we can change the culture. Because you got to remember, once they make it, they do get along with other people like them, and then they do just a little bit to stay above the radar, but they really not making a change in the culture. When you got enough money to make a change in the culture, they can really do it if they wanted to. But that's going against the system. The system ain't going to allow them to do that. Because the system is give black people enough where they think they really free, but we ain't free. This has been always a system built on deception. This has always been a system built on give them enough to keep them distracted, so they really won't understand the game that we're playing with them. Because as soon as you don't pay your taxes, you know they come to lock you up, right? You're paying them to stay out of prison. They come to lock you up, right? You're paying them to stay out of prison. I'm still here. My phone ran hot. That's what happened, you guys. It allowed me to resume, but I don't know if you all are actually here. Okay, we here. Oh my God. My phone ran hot. I had to hurry up and get the phone and put it in front of, y'all know I'm in the truck. I had to hurry up. I had to cut my truck on and put the phone in front of the AC because the thing say phone hot. Wow. The things we have to go through. Thank you. Hey, Theory. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for coming in. I figured y'all was over there listening to Manny. No, it was my phone. That thing say the phone ran hot. I said, oh my God, I'm just sitting here yapping my mouth, and the phone ran hot. You guys could come up anytime you get ready. Y'all just sitting down there letting me yap away. Let me yap away, and I'm trying to figure out. I said, what happened I said, oh shoot, I had ran and got my tablet. I said, but no, I don't know if that's gonna work. Let me see. I definitely would I'm gonna go ahead and invite y'all to come up since y'all in the room. Go ahead and get us a panel up here. I might have to turn my truck back on.
Right now.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm walking the dog while I'm listening, so I'm a little quiet.
You walking the dog? Okay.
Yeah, 'cause my daughter's not feeling well today.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But the thing had ran hot, and I was like, oh my God, I done lost everybody. I'm sitting there yapping my mouth. Okay, Theory. I've been sitting there yapping my mouth. I was like, okay, it say pin your goals somewhere. Notice. I think I did pin. Listen, I'm telling you, I don't know really how to do none of this. As it's been telling me stuff, I've been trying to keep up. Okay, y'all. If y'all look, I got 40 heart me's, and they say tap the screen, share the live. But yeah, we're gonna go back to talking about self-improvement versus self-destruction, because We can talk ourselves into some things, and then we could definitely talk ourselves out of things. But it's about finding that balance, because you can definitely be your own biggest, you could be your own best critic, and you could be your own worst critic. But it comes with detoxification of the mind. Like I say, we have been taught so much for since childbirth, different things, right? But it's up to you to detox your mind to figure out what is truth and what is the lie. What is truth and what is the lie? So once you figure out what the truth is, not saying everything was taught was a lie, but do the truth resonate with you? Just because it's true don't mean it's for you. You have to figure out what is good for you, what is a part of your core, and what can basically be tossed back out into the sea. But once you figure that out, and once you learn that everything that they try to feed to us is what they call it, propaganda. That's like me. Once I got of age, and once I definitely got in the truck, I don't celebrate holidays. Holidays, what they try to tell you what the holidays are not, that's a lie. But people don't care. And I'm like, it's people older than me still with the okie doke, still with the bamboozle on their eyes. Why? Why are we so complacent? Why nobody questions the system? But everybody waiting on somebody to come and save them, though. If you detox your mind, you can save yourself. You know that, right? If you do the research and the homework, instead of waiting on somebody to come with a boat or whatever and come and rescue you, if you do the research and the homework, you can save yourself. But we all waiting on, we going to vote somebody in office and they going to come change the world. You know how long people been waiting on that to happen? This system was never built to free us. It was never built with us in mind. Why do they offer immigrants so much money to come over here? But you over here and you can't get nothing. You over here. And when you go fill out for the same thing that they giving in the immigrants, you got to dot your I's and cross your T's and make sure everything you put on there is correct. But the immigrant could come over here and barely read the doggone application, and they gonna get everything they want. But you can't get nothing. And you over here, working here, but you can't get nothing. Why do you think that there are some places in Africa, as long as you do the ancestry or you do the, DNA, that they're offering you money to come over there? Which my mom did hers. I need my dad to do his. And the thing about it is, the foreigners who come over here, they make money and then they leave. They don't stay. They make their money. They make their American dollars. They send their American money back. Okay, they make their money. They send their American dollars, and they don't come back. Hey, Miss Theory.
Hey, love, how are you?
I'm good. You can hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, can you hear me well?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Good, good. Well, let me just chime in on this right here.
Okay.
I believe that we've got to look at history, and in history, think about it. even back in slavery times, there were those that looked just like us. I say mirror. So if you're my mirror person, which means if I look in the mirror, I see me. I see you, I see me. And we fought for the attention of massa. We fought to be the ones selected by massa. And it's that same enslaved mindset that we're still dealing with today. Unfortunately, we get money sometimes and then we isolate ourselves because we feel like, wait a minute, I'm not used to this. I'm not accustomed to this. But it puts me in a different category than you because systemically, we were all placed in that field, in that plantation, trying to appease and please massa. So now when I have something that's a little bit more than you or yours, then I want to isolate myself because now I'm on a different level. And unfortunately, I see that a lot. It's a major problem.
And I was just saying that theory because I brought up Beyonce, right? Everybody know Beyonce got plenty money, right? This
Exactly.
woman got plenty money. Now, if
Exactly.
we take all the black actors and the actresses and all the black musicians and all of them, right? And put them together. Why we still if they got all the money, billionaires, Rihanna, Bill, even though she's not American, but still, she's got the money to do it. If we was to put all them together, why are we still struggling again? Oh, okay.
Old crabs. You already know. I want to pull you down. I want to keep you down so that I
Hmm.
feel elevated above you.
Yeah.
Because it's
Hmm.
always been who's going to appease and please massa the best. Because then now we're selected, we're chosen. And I hate that that is still the mentality that we have in 2025. To your point, let me say this. I have been blessed over my years, and I intentionally decided to help single mothers. I helped 9 single mothers get housing, get homes,
Hmm.
actual homes. Spent my money towards that. I had a whole team. When I tell you, when I got to maybe that 7th single mom, I started seeing my team kind of wane off like, yeah, well, we've been doing this for a while because they started, we started getting some funding, all of that. They wanted it for themselves. And I'm saying, wait, the whole essence and beauty of what we're doing is to give to others. When I tell you, by the time I got to that 9th single mom, it was just me. That hurt my heart so badly because I'm saying there are funds out there to help. All you have to do is have the right people, complete the paperwork, get it done. Mountaintop, I tell you, I did that for years. And it hurt me so badly for my own people to walk away from our own people.
It's like, and this is what I said about the stars. They get their families, they tuck their families away, and they just give us the crumbs off of the table. They do
Yes.
enough to say, I'm giving back, I'm doing this, so we won't basically, so we'll still patronize them. We still, be the groupies that they need us to be by just giving us crumbs off the table, and the people not even paying attention. It's a big game. We are puppets on the string for everybody because we are at the bottom of the totem pole. So we are puppets on the strings for the system itself who enslaved us, and then we're a puppet on the string for the people who have made it but yet still need us. At the end of the day, everybody need us. But when are we going to realize the game that everybody is playing on us?
We're not. And that's the sad part. We'd rather do all this infighting. We'd rather belittle, downgrade, talk about each other, not uplift, but push down. We'd rather say, oh, I've arrived and you haven't. And that's the part that gets me all this energy. Let me just come to the app. All the energy that is spent on this app, the negative energy. Don't you realize how powerful we could be as a community if we turn that the other way around and we were to help each other? Like right now, I don't know how many people I told about your live today. And I'm still sharing out the live because this is simple. There is nothing to this is free. You mean to tell me you can't take some time out in your day just to come over and show a little bit of love, just to say
Thank you,
hi?
T Mac.
You can't do that?
No, because you know what? Before I started my live, right? I be over at Dextina's, or I'll go to
Yes.
Sweet Things. I go to over to FOE. So when I
Yes.
was over in FOE, they were streaming Manny, and I was like, "Well, what are they talking about?" I was listening, was talking about. I said, "Oh shoot, my live at 4 o'clock. I already know it's this. I don't stand a chance. I don't stand a chance." But I say, you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna go press my button because
That's
I
right.
said I was gonna do a certain thing. And the
That's right.
once it's a he who has an ear, let him hear.
Come on now,
So
talk about it.
I understand that what I'm going to say ain't for everybody. And I understand that. And I'm okay with it because I already know when it comes to this world, we chase mess before we
Mm,
chase something positive.
mm.
We run away from that like it's the plague.
That's right.
Good, anything good for us is the bubonic plague.
That's right.
So I already knew I was not going to have, it was just going. I was in here talking to myself for a while, but then Princess NYC was in here. Then my phone ran hot. I was like, now look at this. Nah, I was like, oh my
You said
lord.
everything is trying to happen, right?
Oh man, I said, you know what, I say, you know what, devil, you ain't gonna have it. So I
Come on
ran
now.
to my tablet. I said, well, shoot, should I go on my tablet? But then I put my phone in front of the AC. I said, no, we ain't gonna have this. We gonna cool this phone off.
That's right.
You,
That's
we
right.
gonna we gonna get back and we gonna have this conversation because I remember
Thank you for the
I don't want to
gift.
call I don't want to call the wrong. Was it Coco? The young lady that was in your live on yesterday, and she was really wanting to have a solution, and she was above under me. I can't remember her name.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm drawing a blank. I know who you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Yes.
So I was like, I said, and I, when we, see people, but they voice make them seem little,
Thank
like,
you, T Mac. It was Cece.
okay, yeah, Cece. So I keep saying little girl, but ain't no, I don't know how, no disrespect if you in here, but I'm like the little young lady, the little girl, she really, was fine. I said I don't want not to, I don't want to disappoint her. So I'm going to stay, true to what I said. I said I was going to be here at 4, and I was at 4, and I didn't put a limit or time on it, but I just wanted to basically have that discussion. And so when I came across your live and I came across T Mac and Princess, certain people you come across and you like, I like their conversation. I like their train of thought. And just like I was saying, it takes you correcting you to find people like you, and collectively we
Yes.
can get together and change the collective to go to the masses. But you first have to start with you first have to find your kind in order to do something, because it's not going to work with just one here and then you go 50 miles and then you get another one. No, we got to get in all in the same area. Does
Exactly.
TikTok kind of allow us to do that in a way, but they monitor us too much for us
Hmm.
to really get a solution because they are listening. So you have to have that mindset and remember some things that our the people before us did. We come here basically to do the hootie hoo call. Hey, I'm over here. But once you do that hootie hoo call, now you take that conversation underground.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me tell you this though. Here's the challenge with TikTok that I found. I started going. My first live was October of last year. I think I went live one more time in November, and then I paused for a while and started back going March of this year, going live, and just been consistent ever since then. And I will tell you this: the conversations that we have don't make money for TikTok. And
Mm-mm.
that's the reason why you see where the numbers are. That's the reason why somebody might come in for a minute or 5 minutes and they pop right back out, because this is not considered entertaining. And
Mm-mm.
it's designed that way. Mountaintop is designed that way. If I can get these people to continue to raise hell amongst each other, to continue fighting, to continue this whole, I call it Sambo and Sambet. I call it all this tapping, entertaining, which is the same thing that we used to do back in the days for that piece of cake. I don't know if you know the history of the word piece of cake. I've talked about this on my live before. Piece of cake was a term that was used because there were slaves that wanted to impress, entertain the masters. And so what they would do, the masters, they would invite certain slaves in and they would dance and perform. And whomever did the best performance in front of all the YT people at this party, they would get a piece of cake. A lot of people don't even know that type of history on this app. They don't know that. They don't even do that research. And so that's what really saddens me is we have the opportunity to utilize an app that's free to push conversations like what you're trying to do right now. But we've got 7 people in here. Now, I will say this. It's harder work for you and I than it is for those others that are going back and forth, degrading, belittling each other. That's easy work. I'd rather be sitting in that corner with the hard work because guess what? When I go to bed at night, I feel and I realize that I've done something powerful and impactful. It may take time, but we will get there. We will.
And the thing about it is, like I said, you have to find those of like mind. And I already know everybody not going to make it, and you have to be comfortable with that. But for the ones who do make it, you have to say, well, my job is done. My job is done. For those who hear, you plant the seed, and then like we tag team. I plant the seed, and Theory come and water it. I plant the seed, Princess come and water it. Everybody have a job to do.
That's it.
Everybody has a task to do. That's why I say we have to learn that the person who society tried to take is our enemy is not the enemy. They don't want us to come together. So therefore they have it in your mind that your brother and your sister is your enemy. Because
Mm-hmm.
they know if we come together, we can make change.
Come on now, talk about it.
If we come together and
Mm,
realize my brother and I'm mountaintop. Mountaintop is mountaintop's enemy. Theory is theory enemy.
that's right. That's right.
That's the enemy, not your brother. They try to keep us compared as thinking that we are each other's competitor. We are
Exactly.
not.
Exactly.
You're not my competitor. You're the person that I need to make a difference. But if they got it in my mind that you're my competitor, I will never see you as a solution.
Come on now. Talk
I
about
would
it.
never see you as a person that I could come to for resolution.
That's it.
No, I see you as danger. You're dangerous to me. No, you're not dangerous to me. You're what I need to make a change.
That's it right
Everybody is in these 6 people that's in this live. If we come together, we can make a change. We can make a change. And
there.
you know how
Yes.
you make a change? Because then you go and you find 6 others. And
That's
then
right.
those
That's
6
it.
others go and see that's what they don't want. They don't want that. So therefore now on the other side where our friends are sitting at, they're sitting back talking about mess, being puppets on a string in this society that was never built to include them. But yet still they doing the dirty work that the society needs to keep the cycle going. When you going to wake up? When you going to cut the strings? In order for you to do that, you got to detox your mind and realize I'm being used as a puppet on a string.
That's it. That's it right there.
And guess what? They don't want women. You know why? Because we see things different than men.
Exactly.
That's why everything has always been designed to keep women quiet. Everything has always been designed where you don't want to hear a woman. A woman has to be up under a man. Just like I said the other day, who really fell short on what they were supposed to do in the garden? but they're gonna put the blame on Eve.
Mm.
But at first, he was supposed to protect Eve.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on your watch, anybody, and I ain't never been in the military, but I don't watch enough movies to know that the person that the what is the long shot gun, what they call a man, the man out there with the long gun,
The
the
sniper. The sniper.
sniper sees
Yes.
things before the people on the ground do. So if you are the protector, you're basically the sniper, and you saw that serpent coming to Eve before Eve even saw the serpent. So you were slipping on your job. If you was on your job, that serpent would have never been able to get to Eve.
You're right.
Only if you allowed it. So
Mm-hmm.
you already had a problem with Eve because you knew God was happy with the creation that he did when he created Eve. Eve was God's Mona Lisa. He was happy when he finished creating Eve because he made other prototypes before Eve. But Eve had too much power because through Eve, other creations came about. So he was jealous and he was envy of a woman.
Mm.
And that's why if you go to the other Bibles, because there are other Bibles out there, if you go to the Ethiopian Bible, why the Ethiopian Bible got 88 books, but yet still the King James Version got 66?
I was just
What's
about to
in
say
those?
that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, what's in
Mm-hmm.
those other books that you left out? The other books contain messages to women.
Mm.
It was always designed for women to be the man. Now it was always designed for a man to put a woman up under his foot because God created man and woman equal. You never created where the man was above the woman. We were created equal. We were equal in the garden.
Right.
But man was envious and jealous and couldn't take that. So he made it whereas he put Eve under him. Silence Eve. Put the blame on Eve because he did not want to take the blame for not being at his post. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. Do your own research.
But look at this, Mountaintop. We still have that same fight today. Black men, black women, we're still fighting. We're still fighting. We still
Yeah.
take the opportunity to say, you're not worth this, you're not worth this, you're not worth this. We're still doing it.
But guess what? When did marriage come about? Before marriage was colonized,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Was not marriage a transaction for what is it, status gain?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Did not the man had to come and bring treasures and dowries for that woman? If the woman was not of value, why in the world are you bringing my father something for me?
Mm, you better break it down.
If I didn't have any value,
Mm.
if you did not need me to further your line,
Come
your
on now.
lineage, why do not the woman have value?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Y'all better wake up and realize what your power is and how powerful you are.
And here's the thing, to your point, the reason for your call today, this live, the collective, y'all. Do you realize we are amongst the most intellectual beings on this earth? We are that. We're leading with that. But as long as we allow society, apps like this, to continue to push us down and make us feel that we've got to entertain and be ignorant and not come together and not rise above, we will never get out. We will never succeed. We will never have a strong collective. It's a shame that we have less than 10 people in here having this conversation, especially considering every single thing that we have going on in this world right now. Y'all better wake up. Wake up.
T Mac got a good question. The reason why men don't want to get in position is the same reason why Adam allowed the serpent to get to Eve. They do not want to see us as equals. That has been always the problem. So therefore, they want to walk around with their chest out like they the prize. That's, I mean, until you find a man who's done some self work, done detoxed his mind, and he really truly understands what his purpose and mission and why he was created, then yeah, you'll have that issue. But we as women, we first have to get in a line. I'm sorry, y'all gonna get mad. We first have to get in line so I can choose the right man who I seen that went through the process of detoxing his mind, and now he know where his role to play. Because we all got a role to play.
Right.
So we have to stop choosing the wrong man to be by our side and to have those reunions with. But it starts with us as women.
I will say this, Mountaintop. It pains me to say it, but I have to say it. My hope is so it's so limited right now. My belief is not there like it used to be. And maybe it's because social media has opened our eyes to seeing how men, I'm just gonna again, I'll say right here on the app, how they see us, how they judge us, how they feel about us. And when I say us, I'm saying black women, how they really feel about us. My father, I've let him listen to a lot of the lives. He would not dare speak at the same level of downgrading and disrespect that we hear on this app. He doesn't understand how I even am a part of TikTok. My brothers, they don't understand because they're saying, wait, what? Who are these men? Who raised them? Where did they come from? They just don't understand. They don't get it.
Because we also have to understand that our brothers have been bamboozled and brainwashed
Yes.
against us as melanated women. They
Hmm.
have been brainwashed to hate the melanated woman. Why? Do you not understand that the melanated woman is the only thing that can make all other nationalities?
Amen.
But they can't make us. We
That's right.
can make them, but they can't make. That's the power of not a woman, a melanated woman,
Break it down, baby. Break it
not
down.
a white woman, a
That's it.
melanated woman.
Hmm.
So we are always. They talk about a man with a target on his back. No, the melanated woman is the one with the target on her back,
We are the
but
threat.
they want
Mhm.
to say it's the black man. No, it's the melanated woman.
Right.
Because without a melanated woman, he can't make no melanated babies. He could go make other babies,
Uh
but it
huh.
will never be as powerful as two melanated people together.
You better let them know. Let them know.
So yes, they're gonna hate upon us because they are the ones who had an issue with us in the garden from the get-go. So once again, until they get their minds right, pick right women, stop being so desperate. And I had to
Exactly.
learn this the hard way. I, two failed marriages. And I said if I do it again, I'ma take my time. Cause time you don't get back.
You don't. You don't. Ooh, you don't. And keep in mind, to your point, those marriages, those people come along with some spirits.
Oh,
So you got to be very mindful when you pick and you choose and you decide and say yes, you're saying yes to everything that comes along with that person.
hey T-Boss. Hey family. I'm
Hey, y'all.
listen. I'm I know we were talking about how the voice raised a little bit other day and on Theory Live, but Lit Theory, I got a little confession. I can't my mama was a preacher, so every now and then I might do a ha ha on
I
you, but it's
almost, you know
okay.
what? See, that's why I know I connected to you because I come from the church and I was engaged to a bishop. I was engaged to a bishop,
Woo!
love. And so when I tell you I almost went there a second ago, I felt myself walking into the pulpit. I had to catch myself. I had to catch it.
I mean, you know how we when listen, when it's in you, it's in you. And I understand when you said, when it comes to, like I tell people now today, I'm not religious because religion
Mm.
was a tool that they used to keep us imprisoned in our mind.
Don't you get me started on my favorite subject. No,
We
ma'am.
have to wake up and look at all the tools because they
Mm.
use plenty to keep us in line. Every time you learn something new, they had another thing coming at you. So I'm sorry. Religion is a tool that they use to keep us alive because God said, I'm coming back for my church. And the church is the people,
Come on.
not the religion.
Come on now. They better stop looking at these four walls. Okay? Better
Ooh.
stop looking at the four walls. Mm.
They use religion to shame you, to embarrass you. I tell people all the time, you got how they say, I've been hurt in the church.
Let me tell you, Mountaintop. We started this on one of the lines the other
Woo!
day, but we had to pause on it because we almost went in. So I had to pause. But when I tell you that church hurt is real,
What?
it's real. We've talked about this. It is real.
How is it the place that you're supposed to go to get help?
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
how is it? Because you know why? And then I tell people this all the time. When they put those pastors, those bishops, and all those on pedestals, and then once you find out they did that, they slipped and they fell short of the glory. They're human, first of
That
all.
part right there.
Who told you to put them on a pedestal?
That part right there. Let me tell you something. Let me do a little confessional. All right, so I was born in the church. I was born in Kojic. Okay. So I was deep.
Ooh,
Oh, you already know right there, right there.
Pentecostal girl,
Come on now.
Pentecostal.
Talk about it. So I was born there and I didn't see the truth until I got engaged to that bishop. And when I tell you the hurt that came along with my eyes being opened, ooh, and I still walked away, left my entire family, left that church. We had been going there for over 25 years, left that church, and I still did not say anything to the people. I still would not tell them the truth because guess what? I knew it would hurt those people. I knew it would hurt them. All I could do was pray for them. All I could do was that. I could not tell them the truth. That church hurt is real, baby.
Oh
It's
Lord.
real. Mm.
I tell my mom all the time, cause she like until you do right, I just listen. I just let her fuss, and I don't say nothing. I just let her listen. I said, you know what? The last time I checked, I ain't seen God had a co-pilot, but y'all forever co-piloting something.
Mm.
The last time I checked, and he ain't had a co-pilot in the Bible though, but y'all forever putting somebody in heaven and hell.
Mm.
And the
Don't
last
forget about
time
the
I
fight with
checked,
them.
everybody have to get up and repent daily. I thought that's what the Bible said. Oh, okay.
That's right.
And how you know about my relationship with God? I thought it was just between me and God. When
Ooh,
did
ooh.
you get there?
Because I know God didn't tell you about it. So
Oh,
come on.
oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Mm.
All right. Hmm. But you,
Yeah, stop us because we're about to go in. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When you get to that point, first of all, when you get sick and tired of doing 360s in your life, and you're like, wait, something ain't right here. Why am I keep? Because, like I say, raised in a church, why am I having such a hard time? When you get sick and tired of your own mess, when you get sick and tired of blaming everybody else except for the person in the mirror,
Yes.
you'll go through your metamorphosis of detoxifying your mind.
That part right there.
But
Oh,
you
okay.
have to first get sick and tired.
Mm. Sick or tired of being sick or tired. All right, Mountaintop, let me do this right quick if you don't mind. Everybody in here, thank you so much for being here. Let's get the likes up to 15K if you don't mind. She also has a gift goal. Let's show her a little bit of love. Share the live to a friend because guess what? We are working on this collective experience. We need more people in here. We need these types of conversations to be pushed, to be uplifted, and to continue. So please share the live to someone. She also has a subscription goal. Come on, let's show her a little bit of love. Join the family. Let's do more of these self-talk conversations. All right, thank you, Mountaintop.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, you guys. Um, I've been a truck driver for 10 years. I've been a commercial driver for 20. So, this me getting into the truck was the beginning of me going through my detox because after two failed marriages and four children, I was at my wits' end. After losing my job driving the city bus for 8 years, I was like, I wanted to burn my license, but I was looking for a way out. I was looking for something that will allow me to stand on my own 2 feet and take care of those four kids. And truck driving did that for me in more ways than one. It allowed me to do that, and it also allowed me to learn me. It allowed me to deal with those traumas, and it also allowed me to truly understand my purpose and mission in life because we all are given one. But it's up to you to go on that journey and ask God what it is. Because everybody purpose and mission is definitely different. And then everybody is given a gift. So when
Mm,
you realize that your brother and your sister next to you is not your enemy, that they actually uh, hold a gift that you need
mm.
to make this a better place, then you'll realize I don't no longer want to move in negativity, but I want to move in positivity. It, and then you'll do better.
So,
You won't
Val,
entertain it as much.
let me ask you this. Can you talk to us about the freedom that you feel now behind that wheel?
Oh man.
Mm,
Um, Especially being a woman
that part.
in a men's world, you definitely you walk alongside them because like I said, they have an issue with us. We never had an issue with them. So of course out here when I first got out here, it was hard because you had some men be like, you don't need why what you doing out here? Why you out here? I've come across that. Yeah. I'm out here for the same reason you out here. I got a family feed just like you do. So yeah, you still to this day I still have that issue, but you definitely walk with your head held high that I can do this, and 9 times out of 10 most companies will tell you women are better drivers than men anyway. But I'm not
Yes,
gonna, I'm not gonna hurt their
I
hearts
agree
like
with
that.
that. I do agree with that.
I ain't gonna hurt their hearts too bad. But yeah.
That is amazing. Well, I do know, and you may have heard this, I know Poetic is having a live on tomorrow at 9 a.m. to talk about just health, I think, in general with truck drivers. And then I'm going to continue the conversation at 1 p.m. and would love to hear from you and others. It's going to be about us showing you love because truck drivers don't get it. They don't get the love that they should. I meant to do a live just for all of
Yeah.
you last year, but things happened. A whole bunch of stuff happened on the app. It was a lot of mess going on, and I just didn't feel that it was the right time. But tomorrow is all about you. So I'm going to go a little deeper. I want to talk about sundown towns. I want to talk about even just your experience as a woman on the road in those late hours. So I can't wait. It's going to be an exciting conversation. Everyone that's coming in, please show us some love. Let's get the likes up to
Thank
15.
you guys for coming in. Just thank you
Yes.
for that much. I hope you've heard something thus far to tickle your eardrums to make you go and do your own research. Just don't take our word for it. Go and do your own research, but through your own research, you will find a revelation just for you. And that's what I believe that is when you hear from about anything from someone else, there's a revelation in it for each person and it's catered just for you. So I hope you've heard something thus far to make you go and do your own research and just take something that you can use for improvement and not self destruction. That's not what we want. We have already um been destroyed enough. We're trying to rebuild, but we want to build with the right mindset. We're tired of this destructive mindset and we're tired of being used for destruction. And that's what a lot of people have to realize. Am I doing this for the betterment of myself and the people around me, or am I being used for as a tool of destruction?
Mountaintop, can you talk to us a little bit about your healing journey? Because I can tell the way you speak. You've gone through it, but you're coming on the other side of it if you haven't already reached the other side.
Ooh,
I know.
listen. Like I tell people all the time. Okay, well, I said I was from a Pentecostal church. My mom was an evangelist. So growing up, and I'm the middle child. So my oldest brothers and sisters, when they used to do stuff, and when they started being mischievous and experiment and everything like that, of course, you, Mama preached about it. So I hated that. I hated everything that was going on in the house. She preached about it. So at an early age, I learned how to keep secrets. I would never talk to her because she was going to tell everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I I learned at an early age to talk to other people other than her. And that was really, I had a real a real hard relationship with my mom because I never could go to her for any advice. And then the fact that she was a nurse didn't help it. So our relationship was very estranged, as that might be, am I saying that word right? Estranged. Yeah. So we didn't have a good relationship because I couldn't talk to her. And she was a nurse, so anything I needed to learn, I learned from the streets. I learned from other people. I couldn't go get it from her. Um and then of course, I'm a full figure girl, so I was a full figure child on top of that. So being a full figure child, I couldn't act my age. I had to act my size. So that didn't help out the situation. So therefore, older men was always after me. So I experienced some things in life that I shouldn't have experienced, but yet still couldn't talk to my mom because she would tell everybody. So, like I said, I learned to keep secrets. So once I never really truly um learned about me until I got into the truck. Even though I've been married twice, had kids, I still didn't truly learn about me until I got into the truck because I was in the church. I did things what was expected of me to do, not because I wanted to do it or not because I fully understood it. I did it because it was expected of me to do.
Mm.
And so, being a full figure child, I was always looking for attention. Raised in a two-parent home. Parents are still married to this day, still together. They've been married 50 years. And I questioned once I got into the truck, why was I lacking love? Why did I have this void in my life where I felt as if I needed attention from these men to put me in a situation that I brought upon myself because nobody put a gun to my head. But why didn't I feel love? Why was there a void in my life? Whereas I had these babies out of wedlock. I didn't get married to the fourth child. So you have to go back and like I say, secrets bring on mm, secrets bring on dark spirits
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because they start weighing on you and they just fester in your spirit and you start acting out and you don't even know why you acting out. And so it was like you're a tug of war because not only that, you have to realize I'm having children, meaning I'm having intercourse, and I'm taking on those spirits as well. Mm. But you don't know nothing because you still figuring out life. You don't know that you're doing this detriment to yourself because
Mm.
you're still figuring out life. You just know you're acting out. You just know that you know better, but yet still you can't fully understand how to do better. You don't you're not grasping it yet. You just know you're acting out and you're looking for this and you're looking for that and you just going about it the wrong way. You're just going through the status quo. So I was
Mm.
going through the status quo looking for an answer to help me stop doing detriment to myself.
Ooh, you just went somewhere deep. All right. Now, do you think, hold on now, Mountaintop, do you feel that had you had a different set of parents? Okay, I'm trying my best not to go here, but ooh, something is itching in my soul.
Come on with it.
Come on, the church sometimes,
Mm,
the church, the sacrifice
mm,
that comes with being a part of the church as closely as you were a part of the church.
mm.
Sometimes that's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yep.
Do you feel that their commitment? I think Sweet 99 said something in the comments. Their commitment to
Somebody
the
could come.
church.
Y'all could come up now if y'all want
Yeah,
to.
y'all, come on up now. We just up here. Y'all might have to split us apart because see, now that we know where we both come from, this might go left real fast. We
Woo!
might start preaching up here. So we're gonna try not to do
Listen, listen.
that.
I
But that
told my
church.
mom
Hmm.
before you asked that question. I told my mom when I found out I was pregnant with my first child was at 21, 22. But I told her, I said I would never raise my kids the way you raised us. I said no offense. I said, no offense. I understood that you did the best that you can do in the time that being in the church. I
Right.
understand that you did the best you can do. But I always, because see, my mom is a very strong woman. Don't get me wrong. A little bit of my mom is, we all 2 years apart, and it's eight of us. So when my mom graduated from college, she's a RN. My oldest brother and sister was graduating out of high school, so she's a very strong woman. Don't get it twisted. Very strong. So I told her I will never raise my kids the way you raised us. And she was like, why? I said, because you raised us one-sided. You raised us as the church was everything. And you got six girls and all of us cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Every last one of them. As soon as we got out your eyesight, we just went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because we did not understand how to maneuver in the world.
Because you were too sheltered by
Ooh,
the church. Oh, my
ooh.
goodness, my goodness.
Oh, okay. And you thought when somebody gave me attention, why it was so easy for them to, manipulate, maneuver, and whatever they wanted to have their way because I did not understand that.
Oh, you know what? We might have Mountaintop. Guess what? I know we're gonna have this subject on one of our Tuesday, Thursdays, and possibly your Friday. We're gonna talk about church hurt. We're gonna go there. We are.
Girl, listen. The wool that, like I say, the religion is a
Mm.
tool that they use to control and keep us in prison and in mind, because here it is, you with this hurt, but now you want to take my hurt and use it to shame me. You want to take my hurt and use it to ostracize me. You want to
Yes.
take my hurt and make me feel as if I don't deserve to be loved. Oh, okay.
Ooh, see.
But then, but the other thing is, we have to realize the church ain't God. Because at one point, I got mad with God. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's like, girl, hold up, wait a minute. God ain't did that. It's these idiots over here.
That part right there. God said, "Don't blame me.
Eh, He
Leave me
didn't do
out of
that.
this." That
These
part.
rules and regulations that each religion have is not God. They have those. You go, how in the world you got all these Pentecostal church, but when you go into this Pentecostal church, you're allowed to do this. But when you go into that Pentecostal church,
Mm.
you could do that. Then that lets me know, hold on, wait a minute.
Mm.
This hold on, wait. Y'all can do that over there, but something ain't right about this thing.
That part right there. All right, look, Mountaintop looks like this is a popular topic. So come on now, love. You might have to run this topic because I see Traveler just said, please do, because the hurt is real with men also.
Oh, come on,
Mm.
come on, come on to the room. Press the button and
Mm.
come on to the upper room.
Come on to the room.
The
Mm.
he said tradition versus religion, and at the end of the day, it ain't even tradition. It's them trying to control
Control.
us.
It is
It
control.
was always used to control us. And when I say us, I'm talking about the mental slavery, imprisonment of your mind, because you got to realize where the it actually came from. Massa gave the head Negro, whoever, the
Mm-hmm.
Bible, and they used that to keep you in line.
Mm-hmm.
And it just changed from generation to generation on how things were done.
And this
When
is, go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead. Let me try to.
This is why a lot of the slaves were beaten. Whenever they were found to be able to read or understand, they
Mm-hmm.
were shunned. They were beaten because they had a group of selected slaves
Mm-hmm.
that they knew had enough control over the people to be able to say just a little bit, read a few words of that Bible and control the people, keep them under wrap, under control, in order. And when there were some that were found to start understanding the actual words, they were beaten, they were separated, they were isolated because they were not supposed to try to understand what the truth was. Now, even though we already know the truth was a little tainted as well, but we'll go there. We can go there. But, woo,
But see,
I
that's why
just,
I tell people. But you know what? Also, in the, like, even though the Bible was used as a tool to keep us in line along with religion, there are still things in the Bible that you take and you apply it to your life. And I'm not saying the Bible is completely off, but you just still have to understand that the Bible is yet still written by men who add what
yes,
in and take out what they want.
yes.
So that's why he said, search the scriptures for yourself.
That ooh, now you about to go there now, okay? And this is where the hurt comes in because people are so lost because they're waiting to be fed what the Bible says versus reading for yourself. You ain't going to heaven with me, Mountaintop. I'm sorry. That journey is on my own. I don't care how good we have this conversation. I can't bring you with me and get in.
Mm-mm. And people are still holding on to messages instead of them going to search the scriptures for yourself. But yet still, that's why you got the pastor on the pedestal, because you
Mm,
can't go search the scriptures for yourself. You done put him as he's immortal and he can't do no wrong. He
you better
can't do
talk
no
about it.
sin. But you can't go search the scriptures for yourself. But yet still you want grace. You
Mm.
want the pastor to give you grace. How you want the pastor to give you grace when he don't have grace to give? Mm, okay.
And here's the other part. All of these titles that have been created. Can you tell me what page says deaconess? Can you find deaconess in there for me, please? I've been looking.
Mm.
I'm 52 and I'm still looking.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah. That's why I say I don't. In my family, when I say broke away, when I got into trucking, I walked away for to find peace and not to go to war with them because they're still there. But I'm not even about to explain it. I'm not about to explain myself because why? Y'all preachers, y'all evangelists, y'all still there. And if you should have searched the scriptures. Like you say, have a relationship with God. So I'm trying to figure out when in the midst of you on your knees praying, why he didn't reveal that same thing that was revealed to me. But
Mm,
you want me to come and explain to you why I walked away?
mm.
I shouldn't have to.
That's it. Everyone that's in here, thank you for being here. Let's see, if you don't mind, Mountaintop has 3 more subscriptions she needs for this subway.
Oh,
She's got 2. Congratulations, Mountaintop.
wow, thank you.
She has 2 subscribers, and we need 3 more to get her to the subwave goal. If you don't mind, it's only $2.69. Grab that subscription. These are going to be the types of conversations she's going to host. I'm so very excited about this and very proud of her.
You're right. Everyone awakens in their own time. You are so right. When you get sick and tired, you'll go through the awakening period. You'll go through the metamorphosis of stepping away, because that's the only time to me that I'm only speaking for me. People, single people. Let's go back to singleness. Single people run away from that single time. And that's the time that God speaks to you and you really get that relationship that you need to take on someone new. But you cannot rush your singleness. You cannot rush that wilderness, because that's when you learn and you get the tools that you need to take on someone else. And I say this, we ask as women and men, we always asking God for a mate, but are you preparing for the mate?
Talk about it. Mm,
No, you just want him to come and take you as you is.
mm.
Oh, okay. But no, you have to manage your own self, your own emotions, you have to deal with all that luggage, as Erica Badu say, bag lady. We have to deal with all those things before
Hmm.
you take on something else. And I learned this the hard way. Like I said, I've been married twice. So that's why I'm not rushing back into it again. I want to make sure I'm fully equipped for the next one.
Hmm.
So stop rushing and being desperate to take on something else. I was desperate because I didn't truly understand me. So I rushed into marriages, into situations that I didn't need to be there. Do I regret them? No, because it got me to the place where I'm at. Everything that you go through is not a regret. It's just a stepping stone to get you to the next place where God wants you to be.
That's right. Oh, I like what Traveler said. God is not going to give us his good people to mess over. Mm, that's good, Traveler. That's good.
Mm, mm, This is good. Manija said, "This is good to me."
This is good to me. Let me ask you
And
this,
that,
Mountaintop. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
mhm. No, but I was just saying, this is what like-minded people. When you come and you can feed and benefit, I believe we are supposed to be benefits one to another. When you get in a situation and that person is always draining you, nah, it's time to go. You're supposed to be beneficial. I'm supposed to benefit from you, and you're supposed to benefit from me.
That's right. That's right. Mountaintop, let me ask you this. What, if you could change something about our culture, our people, our community right now, based upon what you see in the world, on the app, wherever, what would that be? If you could focus on one thing first, what would that be?
The mindset. Because until you change an individual mind, and no, I say the mindset, but no, they have to want change. If I can get people to want change, change will happen. Change ain't happening the way it should because a lot of people are complacent. They don't even feel as if there is a problem. And that's the sad part,
Mm-hmm.
that they don't even see what they're doing is a problem. Now that's the true detriment, because they keep perpetuating cycles because they don't see what they're doing is a problem.
What are some of the things that bothers you the most? Okay, so we say mindset, but what are some of the things that you hear and see that bothers you the most? Hi, CC.
I would say the lack of accountability.
Mm-hmm.
The lack of accountability, wanting to blame everybody for your mistakes. If nobody put a gun to your head, how is that person across the street the problem for what you did?
Exactly.
Nobody wants to take accountability for what they've done to themselves. It's always been, or it was the situation, or it was that. But regardless of whatever the situation was, or the issue was, you still did it.
That's true.
And I had to learn that the hard way. So anything I'm talking about is because I had to eat crow and stop blaming others and look at the person in the mirror. You know, Michael Jackson said that song. It's the man in the mirror.
Mm, mm, mm.
It's the man in the mirror. It's not nobody else's fault. You did
That's
it.
true.
Now own it. Take your whooping. Learn your lesson because just like in school, grade school, if you didn't learn the lesson, didn't you repeat the class?
Yeah. There you go.
So
You're right
until
about that.
until you learn the lesson, it's gonna come at you again. It's just gonna come in a different form.
Exactly. Mountaintop, if you could change something just in your past, I know you said you've been married twice, but if there's something that you could do differently, what would that be?
If
Or
it's
you or you could have done
something
different?
something I could have done differently, what would it be? I would say I wouldn't have rushed my childhood. You know, when you're a kid, you want to be grown so bad.
Ooh, yes.
I would enjoy my childhood a little bit longer.
I know.
So maybe if I would have been a kid instead of having if I would have been able to act my age instead of my size, then maybe I I I could have stopped a lot of things. But like I said, I had to act my size and not my age in order not to be teased in school as bad as I was because I was
Mm,
always been a full figure girl. So I could not maneuver in the world acting my age. Then people would have thought I would have been a special needs. I had to act my size.
mm.
Always remembering being the same size as my mama. You have to remember now. See, the 86 is not for 86 of people. The 86 is because that's my hips. And as I was having children, my hips got
Oh,
wider. I never got a stomach. When I say I'm a true big girl. I'm 5'8". My hip measurements is 86, and the
ooh.
top part is now top part is the 30. I'm a 38 up top, 44 waist, and 86 hip.
Oh, you got that good meat.
Mmm.
I call that
Corn,
that good meat.
cornbread fed, sister. Hog maw chitlins and fatback. Red velvet cake, sour cream pound cake, cornbread, not no jiffy. Okay? All
That
right.
part.
I'm from the South. I'm standing tall. I'm 5'8". I'm not a little woman. I'm a big girl.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So, Mountaintop,
Hmm.
when you, all right, let's go back to the church. Did you grow up Pentecostal, Pentecostal? I grew up where I could not wear pants. Was that, baby, let me tell you about that.
Listen.
Hold up, girl.
They used to call me and my sisters the Holy Rollers.
What? No,
We were
you
the
didn't get
Holy
that name
Roller
too.
Girls.
You didn't get that
Yeah.
name too.
Uh-huh. We were the
Oh,
Holy Roller
see.
Girls. We wore
Mm,
skirts all
mm.
seasons. All seasons, and the Mary Jane shoes. I didn't wear tennis shoes until I went off to college. I didn't even know what a pair of tennis shoes was. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, you can relate. You can relate.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right, we definitely will have this church hurt conversation because the bullying that came along with that.
Ooh.
Oh, but you know what? I appreciate everything I went through because it made me the person that I am today. That is a true testament. I
Mhm.
promise you, I wouldn't be as strong as I am had it not been for
Mhm.
what I've gone through.
Mhm.
Mm,
N-
mm.
And I say the same thing because at the end of the day, if I got teased at home, so if I could take the teasing from family, your teasing me ain't bother me. When people call me stuff today, I just sit back and like, was that supposed to hurt me?
That
Is
part.
that is that the best you could come up with?
That part.
I'm like, listen, this thing been on my back for almost 50 years. This ain't new. I've been driving 18 wheels before I was licensed. Okay, come with something new. I've been backing wide loads for a long time. Uh uh. Uh uh. I was the big girl who was outside in the yard playing pick 'em up, bust 'em up. Oh, okay. Hmm. Mm-mm. We ain't play with doll babies. I was picking them up, busting them up, beating them up.
Okay.
Thank you. Hmm.
Exactly.
Don't play with me.
Mm.
Mm-mm. And see, all my sisters were littler than me. And
Wow.
growing up, I used to ask my mom, and see, this is me being young and dumb. I used to ask my mom all the time, can I get a blood transfusion? Because if I get my daddy blood out of me, then maybe I will end up looking like they're everybody else. And that's all I wanted. I
Wait a
wanted to
minute.
fit. I wanted to fit in.
Wait a
When I
minute.
saw that movie, a step, what was it? Cinderella.
Yeah.
I felt like the step sister to my sisters,
Mm.
or just sitting back because I never really. And the thing about it, it was funny. I'm like, how did I ended up with 4 kids and really never really had a boyfriend? Never brought a man home like that. Only brought the baby home, and then here come the man after the baby. Whew.
Oh, mountaintop. Oh my goodness. Your story. My God. My God.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Make that make sense.
Ooh, that's deep. That is deep.
Mm. The church hurt, and then not the church hurt, but then once you get you know what church hurt, you got family, you got the family too,
Right.
because they still in that church, so therefore they still maneuver the same. They don't see the detriment that they done to you, and then they don't even want to acknowledge it. So what do you do with that?
That part right there, because you know what? Sometimes they come from it. So then they put it on you. You become part of it. And then when you call them on it, they don't want to acknowledge it. And so
You know what
that's
they say?
what's that?
Get over it.
That right there. Then you have to internalize it. Then it becomes part of you, what you carry
Hmm.
into life, into relationships, all of that. So to your point, that first ounce, that first double take, look at me, call me cute, that's it. Oh, you like me? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Hmm. Mine, I already knew how to keep secrets because I couldn't talk to her because she was gonna preach about it.
Mm, my God.
I tell people all the time, listen now. I was I think I was 25 years old, still climbing in and out my mama window.
Ooh, I got some scrapes and scars from the window.
Ooh, Lord! I remember coming home from the club, and you know you could not come in the house at a certain time. I remember sleeping in the front yard in the car because you was not coming in that house. I don't care how old you are. You was not coming in my mama house late. What?
That part. I remember those
With
days.
two with two kids still climbing in and out the god doggone
Oh
window.
my
What?
goodness. Mountaintop.
Man, don't play with mountaintop. And that's how I got that name because I used to always tell my mama I was the eighth wonder of the world.
What?
Before there was social media, I just always just thought I was it. I just thought I was on this world. I was the only one in this world with, I used to say, a blessing and a curse, because some people, of course, men see it as a blessing, but it was a curse to me. So yeah, I was the eighth wonder of the world. Hmm. Mountaintop. Hmm. Hmm. But then my little brother actually passed at 31. He had a massive heart attack.
Mm.
So my little brother was 7'4". He was
You said 7'4"?
Yes, he was 7'4",
Goodness.
476 pounds.
My God.
And he was a gentle giant. So it was me, him, and my dad. It was us three. Everybody else was normal. So when he left is when my world really started crumbling. Like, I'm by myself. At least I had my baby brother to, walk into rooms with me and kind of take attention off me. But then he left.
Mm. Mm.
Yep.
Did you ever get therapy after that?
No, not really. I never really got went to see anybody other than trucking was my therapy, was my way out. Once I got into this truck, this truck turned into my linus. It was hard
Mm.
for people to get me out this truck. I started eventually coming out, but even to this day, I only come off the road for my 34-hour to 48-hour reset. Other than that, I'm back on the road. And that's how I've been living my life for the last 10 years. My kids, I finally went back to Savannah. Got them and moved them up here to Atlanta. But yeah, I still run my house the same way. Run my house from the road, grandmama from the road. But I tell them until I help myself, I can't help you guys. I help them the best way I can, but yeah.
We need a session. I'll be honest. We need a therapist to come in when we have the church hurt
Hey
conversation,
Tara.
because that church hurt conversation is going to be deep. But a lot of us did not do therapy for that. We may have done therapy for other things, but for that right
Mhm.
there, it was almost, you were shunned upon. You were felt like, how dare you try to get therapy about God? No, it ain't God. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. It's
It's your
not God.
flesh.
It's the people who was and
That part.
ooh, I'm about to say this. It's the people who say they doing things in God name. And
Oh,
just like the
mm,
people came and stole the slaves, they stole us in the name of the church. So
mm.
it's not God. God don't change.
Come on, take your time with it. Come on.
God don't change. And I just saw the lady down in the Tara Rose. Before the first group that I got into when I first came to TikTok was Bro Code Sister Code for those who know Bro Code Sister Code. And Tara would tell you I would come and be excited to help out, but I did not want to really be a part of the Bro Code Sister Code. I just wanted to help out. But I never really told them the trauma that I had with family, my hurt that I had with family, and they just kept we want you to come and we want you to talk and we want you to be a part of the family. And I'm like, I don't need no family. And when you've been through when your family hurt you, now here it is you want me to be a part of a family. I don't
Mm,
want that.
mm.
I got family. If I need family, I'll go back and pick up the aggravating ones I got. But I
Come on.
don't want to be a part of this family because I'm still dealing with hurt from the family that I got.
That's right.
So yeah, we ended up falling out, but I never really told him why. I just was like, yeah, I can't. I can't. It's too much. It was a trigger.
Mm. A lot of people don't understand because they were not as deeply rooted in the church like we grew up. So they don't understand when we talk about that hurt. That's why I always tease Hell Kit a lot. Hell Kit is a non believer. She had to go through deconstruction in order to, all the things that she had learned, grew up believing, she did the work to disconnect and disengage from it. And that's why I understand her. But I also have a doctorate in theology, and I did that intentionally. That this was, and we'll talk about this around church hurt. It wasn't until I started doing the research and educating myself is when those blinders fell off and I saw it for all it was. And that's what caused me going in one direction and the bishop going in another direction, because I saw it. I saw
Mhm.
the truth and
Mhm.
even the hurt behind it. And I had to, ooh, when I tell you that prayer, I prayed over a
Mhm.
year. It took me over a year to get out of the mourning of the disconnect from the church. The church, not God, but the
Mhm.
church.
Mhm.
It was so deep, mountaintop. Ooh,
Yeah, family trauma is people don't understand. That family trauma, ooh, and like I said, when you got family trauma, and now you took that family trauma, and you done hid it in your subconscious, and you just
mm,
don't know why you're acting out because that trauma is just in there, just festering, and it's just taking on all these different shapes, forms, and all these different spirits. Because in the midst of the family trauma, here it is, you're mangling. You're mingling with other spirits. And now, hey, you know what they say? You're taking on those spirits on top of spirits on top of
Come
spirits.
on now.
So hey, you're doing things and you're acting out and you don't even know why. Because
Exactly.
you have not dealt with you. I say you got to go back and get them bones and dig them out and bury them. You got to give them a funeral
You
so
do.
you can move on. So eventually I started talking to my mom and I told my mom some things like, hey, that guy that y'all love so much, that family friend, the one who
Mm.
asked you for forgiveness on his deathbed.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Baby, you about to pull us some secrets and some stories. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Let me grab my chair. Wait a minute. You know what,
Listen,
Valentine? We
Terry.
gotta prepare for this. We gotta.
Listen, and at one point in time,
Mm.
I went through my church girl going wild stage, right?
Come on, talk about it.
Now some people know and some people don't know, and this is my past. So if you choose to hold my past over my head, hey, that's your choice. It's you know you can. But I had an OnlyFans. And made good money doing it. But yeah, that was
Okay.
my church girl going wild stage because I was pissed with men. I was not saying I ever wanted to go the other way. I just hated men.
I
I
got you.
wanted to use my body as a tool to tease them, knowing that I would never let them touch me. But I teased them. I took their money and I dangled what knew that they didn't have no self-control over their head. And made good money doing it. But it also really truly hardened my heart that I called myself a black Lorena Bobbitt.
Ooh. Oh, that's deep. Now that's deep.
Uh, yeah. And a lot of them didn't know what I mean. I said you best look it up.
Mm.
So you might not really want to meet me in person. You might just want to keep this as a video type thing, because I'm telling you, God knew if I could not be identified in a lineup, yes,
Mm.
you all were going to be. Mm-hmm.
See.
That's just how much the hate and hurt that I felt for men. So I had to get over that. I really had to, how I say, detox my mind, simmer
That's right.
down, and get that out my system. Because
Exactly.
I wanted to be, I idolized what this woman did so much because they used that to
Mm.
manipulate, control, and play on the hurt. They see the vulnerability that, especially plus size women, because this
Yeah.
dealing with my plus size sisters. Yeah, and I had a group where I was training them. Ugh.
Mm. Wait a minute, Mountaintop. Hold on. Slow down now. Slow down.
Mm.
You were training them, helping
I was
them to
trained.
understand. Okay, I get
Uh,
it. I get it.
huh. Yeah. Stop succumbing to what they want. Use what
Mm.
you got. You got it for a reason. Use it for a reason. Stop allowing them to take what God gave you and make you feel shame about it. People going to get surgeries to be look like me.
True.
But you want me to be ashamed of me, and then you don't even want to take me out in the daytime? You want me to be a
Mm.
secret?
Ooh,
You want
see.
to come and jump and talk to me in my DMs? No, you talk to me out on Front Street in the comments.
Come on now.
I'm
Yes.
not nobody's secret. So yeah, I had to stop it. I had to shut it down and I had to detox from that because my heart was really turning cold to men, to the point hatred was pumping through my veins. Like I
Mm.
wanted to get them. I wanted to hurt every man that hurt a woman.
Mm. Mm.
And to
Mm.
this day, I have to still control that. When I see men do things to women, oh, I'm on it. And don't get me wrong, I knew I could never go toe to toe with a woman. I'm not fool. But guess what? I could cook some grits. I could cook some oatmeal. I could ball some grease.
That part.
I can do some things to your car. Oh yeah, I could. Yeah. But the thing about it is, I was always scared that I was going to be, because once you meet me, you'll never forget me. So I always knew I was going to be able to be identified. That's the only thing that stopped me from doing what I wanted to do.
Yeah, because you would stand out. Yeah.
I will stand out in the crowd, and
Hmm.
I'll stand out in the crowd. But I
Ain't nothing
tell you
wrong with
now,
having good meat
don't,
now.
don't worry about me lurking in the bushes.
That part.
But yeah, I had my girl going wild stage. I done been across. I done been in some clubs. You and on big girls get on poles too. Don't get it twisted.
I understand. But I think we all did. A lot of us that came from being so deeply connected with the church, yeah, we all had that. We did. We did. And it felt, I'm not going to lie, it felt good. Now, when you reflect back on it, you sit in that guilt because still what you grew up believing, knowing, being taught, it still comes back to your mind. And so you start judging yourself. But hey, you went through it. You felt isolated. You felt imprisoned. I mean, when you got the keys to the church, and every time service, you had the key to come turn the lights on, walking across those floorboards, those cracks, all that. Your friends doing everything else. You sitting up there with a tambourine. Come on,
The thing about it is, people know when you out of place. Because even though I
right,
was going through my church girl going wild stages, I would go into the strip clubs, and they'll be like, of course they be like, oh, everybody want to touch on you, and you get real
right,
like,
right,
girl, I give me some. So yeah, they never, they welcome me in, but at the end of the day, with through conversation, they be like, you do what? You drive trucks. You got a little bit about yourself, but then they do well. Like I remember Zoe from Broco. He said, "Girl, you going through a midlife crisis." I said, "It is." I said, that cuckoo, cuckoo. Yeah, he said, "Girl, you going through." He said, "There's nothing wrong with Mountaintop. Mountaintop just going through a midlife crisis. She gonna come out of." And he was right. I was just, I'm telling you, I was. When I got into this truck, I just was all kind of feelings and roller coasters and my I just but I don't regret it because I've had the opportunity to witness to those girls. I had the opportunity to tell them, hey, just because you're doing this, don't give up hope. Go get your CDL. I go do this. I had an opportunity. So until this day, they follow me. They speak to me. At the end of the day, you cannot uh take it, and you can't take it and allow society to use it to put you in a box. It gave me an opportunity. It gave me another perspective on how
right.
they live and why they do what they do.
Mm. Okay, so can we talk about lot lizards? Do you talk to them?
Woo!
Do you give them advice? Do you encourage
Listen,
them?
lot lizards ain't the way they used to be.
Wait, what you mean? Oh Lord.
Lot lizards ain't the way they used to be. Social media allow lot lizards to be down here in the comments. And then
Uh-uh.
you also know you got men lot lizards just like you got women.
Wait a minute, Mountaintop. Hold on now. Give me a second. Wait a minute now. Hold on now. I'm at fault because I just automatically by default.
Lot lizards ain't what it used to be.
Wait a
Anytime you
minute.
go through these social medias and you see men sitting around with their chest out and they advertising. What you think they advertising for?
Are you serious? Wait a minute, Mountaintop. So wait, you got some men out there tooting it up? Oh Lord, my God,
You
today.
got male lot because you got to think now. You got women out here trucking too. Women need got needs too.
Mm.
And then your truck drivers are your lot lizards. 9 times out of 10, they meeting up with other truck drivers. They know each other's schedule.
Oh, this is too much for me. Oh my
The lot
goodness.
lizards ain't what you think they are.
Come here, boss man.
Oh, I'm telling. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm telling too much, boss man.
Wait. No, I don't. I'm not a mod, boss man.
Hold on,
Whoever's
wait a
a
minute.
mod,
Oh, I
boss
see
man is
you.
in there.
I
Okay.
see you. I see you. Oh Lord. I'm
Oh.
sorry, boss man.
Ooh, let me grab my pearls. Oh,
I know y'all see me in that request box. Y'all just rambling on.
Listen, boss
Rambling
man,
on.
you know I'm new to this. You got to
Hey,
give me
boss
some
man.
grace.
Give us some grace, boss man, please. Hey.
And y'all get on my nerve with that lot lizard mess. There's street walkers everywhere. Ain't got nothing. Anybody could be a lot lizard. You
Yep.
got corporate salamanders every day. One in the corporate office behind the cubicle. Got there, and it's a reason why old Susie get called into the boss's office all the time. And you wonder why she get extra raises every damn year. She done got 3 raises in 1 year. How you think she got them raises sometimes?
Wait, not under the desk, Susie. Not.
Got there right.
See?
Say under the desk. Listen, I tell them lot lizards ain't what you think they are. I mean, that's a name, but when you come through these social
I get tired of
media,
that stereotype.
yeah, when you come to these social media, I mean, social media now is the hookup. That's why I can't stand for people to come in my DMs. Don't come in my DMs and talk to me. If I don't know you, if I haven't seen you in the live,
Right.
we do not be trying to throw darts and try to pick conversations. No, I see you as a lot lizard playing in my DMs. Don't do that.
Yeah. For most truckers, like I'm old school. I've been here 22 years. God, we don't. Most a lot lizard is a I can say a ruggy individual that's out there. A rug user that's doing it for rugs. They're an addict. That's where that term comes from. The addicts that's out here trying to keep their fix addicts. But on the average, we call them hookups. Like these are women, they got regular jobs. They average women. It's just that when we got agreements. When we go through their town, if we just stuck there for the weekend, they'll come pick us up, wash our clothes, feed us, and guess what? We help them with their bills and keep it moving. They call hookups. 90% of truckers that single have hookups. They don't mess with them. The ruggies, those are just like you see old hobos, ruggy hobos, addicted hobos walking in the street. Guess what? They walking in the parking lot. Those are addicts. But the average trucker has hookups.
And they be right down in the comments, right in the DMs playing.
I had 4 hookups at one time. They all knew about each other.
Wait a minute, boss man. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Woo!
Pump the brakes a little bit.
And they all knew about each other. One in Memphis, one in Greenville, South Carolina, one in Atlanta, and one in Omaha.
Boss man, wait a minute.
And they all knew about each other. It was expensive, though, but it one.
So did they look like lizards or something?
Oh, I'm dead.
Why are you so stuck on lizards? They average women.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you, you won't know one. I'm trying to tell.
Y'all really think there
It's
are
the
no
title.
women
Yeah, it's the title.
that
Yeah,
think the
it's
same
just
way.
the
Some
title.
women don't want nothing. They just want company. Y'all really think that all women want a relationship. Not all women want a relationship. Y'all need to get through. Okay, y'all didn't understand this. The human mind is designed to have their own will and thoughts. Just because you're a woman don't mean you're all nurturing. You're all emotional. Not all women are emotional.
That is true.
There are a lot of women don't want no marriage.
That's
they just
true.
want somebody that can respect them, be honest, and just have fun. Not every woman want to be married. You got 9 billion people on the planet. Not everybody wants somebody in their face every day.
You're right, boss man. You and I talked about this. I believe in companions of convenience.
Yeah, they just want situationships. That's it. They just want a situation. You're here for this weekend and you gone. I still got my freedom. I still get go as I please. You pay some bills and I'm good. And that's a lot of people that be on social media. They be right there in the comments next to you, and I just be sitting looking like,
And mountaintop. You know what the problem is? It don't be the men. Like when the women talking about it, you know what the problem is? It be these so-called online therapists. She must got insecurities, or she must got daddy issues. They always try to put their mental fictions on those women. No, those women know what they want. They know who they is. Ain't got nothing to do with them having low self-esteem. They want some pickle. That's all they want. Ain't nothing wrong with them women.
Not the fight for pickle. Whoa.
They always try to
no,
put
it's
something on
not.
and the same women, and then when the women cuss them out, they get mad. Oh, you's a pick me. Now she'll pick me because she checking you for trying to put mental disorder on her when she know what she want. Just because you scared to do it, don't mean she living her life just because you scared to be who you are because you worry about everybody judgment.
Now that's a
That's your
topic
business.
right there. That topic right there, how they use other women to basically categorize us because they're not free, they're not liberated. So now here it is, a woman who's free and a woman who's liberated. She's got to be a pick me, or she's got to be this, or she's got to be that. Don't get mad with me because you still living in bondage.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Ooh.
And then they call me a simp because I take up for women. And I tell you, I'll check a woman. If a woman call a woman a lot lizard 304, I'll be like, why you calling her that? She's a woman.
Right.
Just because she choose to walk them streets, that ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't never called a street walker out their name or none of that. I give them bottled water. I see them all the time. I give them bottled water. You want something to eat? I got extra food in here. I give them a container full of food and stuff. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, and that's why I wrote that book, Road to Darkness. It's a lot y'all don't know. A lot, 90% of truck drivers, men truck drivers, stand up for women. I done did it. I done seen truckers put their foot on pimps' neck. But y'all don't see that. Y'all stick that stereotype about truck drivers are dogs. I done seen truck drivers walk the dogs on a pimp. We don't like that sex trafficking. We like a woman to be free. If she want to sell her stuff, that's her to do it by herself. We don't respect pimps and stuff.
That is her body. You're right.
Y'all don't see what real truckers do. I got marks on my knuckles fighting dudes. Open cuts.
One thing I say now, I mean, even though every now and then I might come to a man who don't want women to be out here, but I have more protection through, and I call them my trucker brothers because that's what they are. I have a lot of protection. They're not going to let anything, especially if they see you you're a feminine truck driver. Yeah, I don't do a lot. I don't open my door. If something wrong with my truck, I open up the hood and I stand by it and I just wait for somebody to come and do what they need to be done. Yeah.
I was just about to ask that, boss man. When you see women like Mountaintop, do you move extra carefully and make sure that she's okay when you see?
I'll watch her. Like, say if I pull in my truck, pull in the truck stop and it's nighttime, and I see Mountaintop pull in park, and I see her got her clothing bag to go take a shower. Before I go in my bunk, I'll sit in my truck and watch her walk from her truck inside the truck stop. I don't know this woman, but I'll watch her walk inside the truck stop before I go lay down in my bunk.
I like that.
And that has happened. That has happened. I've had some men make sure I got to my destination, and then I've had some where I had to go get security to keep them in the store so I could get to my destination. But you have to be observant, because you also have to remember, in the trucking industry, this is the only industry where people can get out of prison and come and work.
Yep.
So you can't come out here being naive as a woman, thinking that all of them are good. No, all of them not good. So you cannot, and that's one thing that I wish trucking companies will give more self-defense to women drivers, so they won't come out here being so naive. Learn how to protect yourself. Do everything you need to do while you're in that real island. Don't go way back there and park in the back of the truck stop and then walk your half. You know what can happen to you in between you walking from the back of the truck stop all the way to the store? How many trucks you gonna pass? Why would you set yourself up?
There are sucker truckers out here. Like it's in South Dakota at the Love truck stop. This happened in 2012. I pulled in. I seen a woman running inside. She was a sister running inside the truck stop. Her shirt ripped and everything, but her pants were still on. And she ran. She said, "I was just assaulted. I was trying to walk between my truck and slide my tandem. Some white dude came out and just grabbed me and tried to rob me, rip my shirt. When I seen her run inside, I seen a white dude running the other way, and I seen her hold her shirt. I ran after him, and I snatched him by his throat. He was like, "Hey man, I ain't do nothing, man." And I grabbed him. I like, "What you did? What the hell you just did?" So I dragged him back to the truck stop, and the police was there. And "Hey police, this man is assaulting me. You trying to hurt me?" I said, "Shut up." So I grabbed him by the throat and squeezed his throat. I was like, "Shut up." He's like, and the police was like, "Just let him go. We got him." I let him go. You can see the red marks on my fingers. I was in his throat. I was choking him. And police got him, and the lady was like, "That's him, that's him." And they were like, where he was. I chased him down. He was trying to get down the way, but he wasn't going to outrun me. And I had the steel toe boots on. I chased him down. I got him, and I brought him back to the truck stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
But not only female truckers have to be careful. The women who work at the truck stop have to be careful because, like I said, all truck drivers are not good truck drivers. So I've had some women who work into the truck stop. She would say, "This man called, and he liked how my voice sounds, so he actually ended up coming up to the truck stop and harassing her." I said, "Listen, baby, I said, you have to realize all truck drivers aren't aren't your normal or aren't your good truck drivers. You have to understand in this industry, you have people who did time for whatever reason. They
Mm.
done time. So you have to protect yourself. Never do anything at night by yourself. You need to make sure you got a male working and
Right.
always be observant when people come in and out your store. And you have to tell the female people who work inside these truck stops this because these men, they see you and they'll just sit back and they'll watch you, just like boss man said. They'll sit back, and I done had that. I see them sitting in their front seat
Wow.
watching me walk. Okay.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I be saying a lot of times, like with these stereotypes of people, like there are a-hole truckers just like there are a-hole 9 to 5ers, but the majority of us look out for women, and the majority of us not dogs. We just have hookups, and it's very simple. Women too. You got women truckers that got dudes they cool with. When they in the area, the dude go come pick them up. They bring them to the house. They wash their clothes. They cook the women cook them dinner, and the dude look out for them. Dude, like if she needs something on the road, like say she going down the road, she got snowed in somewhere, and she messed up her check. She give him a call. "Hey, I need some help." He gonna look out for her because when she in town, she's looking out for him. It's hookups. You just find somebody you cool with that know how to keep their mouth shut, and you go about your business. That's why a lot of times when you see truckers and they be chilling, majority of OTR truckers live in their truck. Their money just go in the bank. All they got is a car note. They live in their truck. Like, let me tell you something. Like right now, my son's 16. He be 17. He have a license next year. 2 more years, he want to go to the military, and he be doing he have his own little life. Out there, I'm gonna never stop driving. Well, I already said once he starts doing his thing as a young man, I'm just gonna focus back on my driving. I'm gonna do it like I used to when I was younger in my 20s. I used to travel a lot when I was younger. I used to be in the Caribbean, South America every 6 months. I'm going back to doing the same thing. My money's gonna go in my bank account, my stocks, my crypto, and I'm just gonna travel and sit on my money.
That's it right there now.
Yeah,
So
I
a
tell
lot
people.
of people talk about. Go ahead. I need to.
No, I was just going to tell people, listen, the trucking life is a life of its own. It's not definitely not for the weak, and it's a whole different ball game. out here. And it's something I had to definitely get used to it. It's going to toughen you up, but then again, it's going to also give you a very observant skill set about your surroundings.
That's deep. All right, Mountaintop, let me do this. Everyone, thank you so much for being in here. I am not her mod, but let me say this while I'm in the box. Let's get the likes up to 50K if you don't mind. She also has a gift goal. Let's show her some love. If you like this conversation, be a part of it more often. Subscribe to her page. She has 2 subscribers. Congratulations, Mountaintop.
Thank you,
Also,
thank you.
share the live with anyone that you think would like to be a part of this conversation. As a reminder, Poetic RN is having her live at 9 a.m. on tomorrow to talk about truckers and health. And then I'm going to continue the conversation, something similar to what we're doing right here about everything, even down to sundown town. So please show Mountaintop and Bossman some love. We're going to show them love again on tomorrow. Go ahead, everyone.
And what I want to speak to as well is, and like, um, people need to understand that. And a lot of times people like say, man, they always think that truckers out here being sneaky and doing crazy stuff. Listen here, people. After we done drove 8 to 11 hours that day, we are mentally tired. When we stop, we're not thinking about no cobbler. Women ain't thinking about no pickle. We are tired. Y'all just don't really understand. We are freaking tired at the end of the day. Ain't nobody thinking about that mess. Like when I stop driving, you know what I really do? Sometimes I don't go to bed till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I start driving. I talk to my son, and then I go on my laptop and I be formatting and write down ideas for new things. I be checking my stock accounts. I go check my IRA accounts, and I go to bed. I ain't even thinking about no cobbler.
I'm the
I
same
got a
way.
lot of life stuff on my plate.
I'm the same way, boss man. Once I'm in it, like I go to work on Sundays, and I'm not away from my truck until Thursday. From Sunday to Thursday, my life is trucking. When I step away from my truck, then I try to have some form of normalcy. But other than that, it's just on those days, I'm washing clothes, doing my laundry, washing my dishes, and I'm back in this truck. Anything
Thank you.
outside of that, I'll go to events, but I plan to be away from the truck because you got to realize if the wheels ain't rolling, I ain't making no money.
No money.
So if you trying to get my attention, you got I'm hard. I'm good.
That
Mm-mm,
part.
mm-mm.
Well, let me say this. We appreciate what you do, what both of you do, because this is true. That's a life that you've got to be prepared for because you've got your head on a swivel nonstop. I don't think people realize our basic necessities arrive in the stores because of you. We get those basic necessities because of you, and y'all don't
But
get
not
credit that often.
but not only that. See, I'm from the South. So when I got into trucking, don't get me wrong, there's plenty times I wanted to quit and run home because being from the South and not used to be. I remember my first blizzard. I was in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I went to sleep and it was sun outside. Woke up in a blizzard. Woke up, snowed in. Here it is. I'm a little southern girl. I ain't had no snow boots, no shovel, no cat litter. I had to get out there looking like Medea and shovel a 18 wheeler out the snow with a dustpan. I
Mm,
had a dustpan, some black Air Forces, and a little jacket from the South. What?
wow.
Listen, the trucker life will get your mind right because what they tell you is you drive at your skill level. They just gonna tell you to be safe. That's why you have a lot of these people getting out here getting accidents because they will try to fight the nature to get these lows where they got to go. My mom ain't birthed no dummy. Uh-uh.
Mm, mm, mm.
It ain't happening. I learned real quick
For when
to
I hear
drive
drivers
under
talk
my
about,
skill set.
yeah. That's why I don't go back and forth with drivers that like drivers be like, I've been out here 15, 20 years. And I'm like, is that mostly regional? Yeah, I'm local. Well, you can't tell me nothing about OTR. I'm like, dude, I said, I done drove to Canada in the wintertime, not summertime, in the wintertime. I done drove from Quebec all the way across Canada to goddamn British Columbia in the wintertime. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. Canada winters, America ain't got nothing on Canada winters.
Mm,
Trust me.
mm, mm, mm.
I done drove to Alaska. Trust me. So that's why I don't go back and forth with folks. I done been on some mountains. So I don't go back and forth with folks, especially local drivers. Man, shut up.
All right, let me ask this question. Mountaintop, I have a 6:30 call. I hate to drop. This is too good. But this is not your first time going live, is it?
This is my first time having a successful life.
Look at you. Look, I am too proud. I am too
Oh,
proud.
Lord. Woo. I'm dead.
This is beautiful.
Listen, I don't
Great
know what to
job.
do with 14 people. I feel special.
Baby, you got over 20 at one point. I don't know
Woo,
if you saw it. Yes,
Lord.
you did.
Oh man, I don't know what to do with myself.
Well, if you are still live, I'll come back, but I have to drop and prepare for my 6:30. But I am so proud of you.
Thank you,
Excellent job.
Theory.
Excellent job. Thank you so much. And thank
Thank
you,
you.
boss man.
Thank you. Boss man, you want to tell them about your book? Cause Boss man got some book. I got ebooks too. We don't have nothing but time to think about things while we're driving, and so of course my ebooks are definitely about uh my life. If you heard me go through some things, but definitely that's what my ebook's about. But then Boss Man, he wrote about some love stories. Boss Man, you want to tell them?
Yeah, I got Miles to Love, The Road to Darkness, The Sentinel, and the Roar of the Ancients. The Miles of Love is a romance novel, but the ending, you will love it. You know, especially you crybabies that love a little emotional ending. You gonna love Miles of Love. And Road to Darkness is like it's putting a positive light on real truckers. I'm gonna say it that way. Real truckers that do look out here on the road. It's about a truck driver, but he's a slash. It's a fictional story, but a lot of the ongoing is facts. It's about this truck driver. He's a secret agent for the government. And he used trucking to track down 5 crime bosses that's got this huge underground sex trafficking ring. He got to track them down. So the book has 5 chapters, but each chapter is the villain that he got to track down. So it's a very good read, and I wrote that because I get tired of the negative connotations that truckers get all the time with the lot lizard stuff, or truck drivers are doggish and all that kind of stuff. That's a total BS. Most truck drivers ain't no different than a 9 to 5. It's just that people are always critical of us because we on the go and it's easy for us to move on. Like the thing about it is, like, if you dating a trucker, oh, it's easy for him to move on and start over. He can start over anywhere in the country. Easy. His job is his vehicle. You start over anywhere.
The thing about it is, I didn't see trucking as no different from being in the military. They going away from home just as much as we are, but yet still, we the ones get the bad rep, and the military didn't. But we both still doing something for the betterment of the country, but we the ones got the worst rep.
Yeah, that's why a lot of veterans out here, because they used to being away and they love trucking like me. My mindset, like, I like being to myself, and this is my career. I got truckers in my family. I got an uncle that retired a couple of years ago, about 8-9 years ago, and he was in his 70s, and he lasted 6 months Mount Top. 6 months at the house. That man went and bought a day cab and leased and contracted to a dang local company. He couldn't take his. I couldn't take your auntie. I couldn't take it, so he went and bought him a day cab, and he's still driving out. He in his 80s.
Yeah, my dad was a truck driver too, but he didn't go over the road like I did. But once he retired from, he was Teamsters. Once he retired from Yellow Freight, he went out and bought him a dump truck. But he
Mm-hmm.
eventually, yeah, he eventually had to sell that because he had to get surgery on his back, so that kind of put him out of commission. But yeah, after he stopped driving trucks, they gonna go do something else. As long as you
Yeah.
got your
Cause that,
CDL, you always got a job as long as you could drive.
I was talking to my dad about time. I told my dad the same thing. I say, when I get to a certain age and I know that the OTR is done for me, oh yeah, 9 times 10 I'm gonna end up buying a dump truck or buy a tow truck. I just go recoup people's stuff. I go buy me either buy a tow truck or a dump truck. I'm gonna be driving something because ain't no way in heck gonna be retired just sitting at the house all day. Even now when I'm at home, I like staying busy. I go Uber just to be busy. I go Uber and I use that money to buy stocks and crypto. So,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, I can't. I have to do things myself. I said once I finish trucking, I'm gonna get me a food truck. But yeah, I can't be in a building. That's too long being in a building cooped up in one place. Even though I'm
I
cooped
can't
up
do
in
it.
the truck, but I'm still seeing the world. I'm still seeing different things. I'm never in the same location. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do a 9 to 5. I wouldn't last a week. I would
Mm-mm.
not last a week, Mountaintop, because the last supervisor I had was in what 2001. I couldn't do it. I've been accustomed out. Like you come behind me like, Mr. McCrane, you got the reports. I was like, did you assign me to it? Did I come to you like telling you I'm finished? No. Well, why you bothering me for? Cause you ain't gonna be all up on my darn shoulder. I'm older than you, but I'm just doing my job. I understand you're doing your job. Yeah, man, I wouldn't last. I've been a check, man. Please,
Yeah, I
you folks
couldn't.
be like, come pick up your last check.
They piss me off when they tell me to come to the yard for meetings and classes and stuff. I said, y'all could have told us over the phone. Why y'all bringing me off the road for y'all to come tell me about something we doing every day? Man, please.
Exactly. Just email me.
You wasting my time.
Yeah, yeah. I like being like. Sometimes if I'm home too long, I be ready to go back on my truck. I'm for real. Cause every time I go home, I always take 6 days off. I take 6 days off. I be ready to get back on my truck.
Man, when I went on the cruise with Miss Nitra, that's the first time I ever been off work for 7 days.
For real.
In 20 years, that's the first time I've been away from work for 7 complete days. I've never been away from my job for 7 days.
You
Never.
ain't know what to do, ain't you? You ain't know what
I
to do. That
I mean,
feeling,
I
man.
enjoy. I don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed it, and I was like, okay, I could do this more often, but it won't be back to back like that. No, but yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you
Cause
guys. I just want to thank everybody for coming in and helping me with my first true live, and I'm gonna try to do them every Friday at 4 o'clock. I've been trying to find a good time to, where I don't really have to compete with anybody. But as you can see, I try to do positive lives. I try to do lives that's going to give you some food for thought. I am not about negativity, even though we know it's out here, but I am not a negative person. I'm about positivity, and I believe that we are all given a gift and that we all are supposed to benefit one to another. Do we all fall short? Of course. But you are not my enemy, and I am not your enemy. We are not each other's competition, like society tried to tell us we are. I want
yeah,
people to detox their mindset and understand that this is a trap and that we have been trapped and we have been bamboozled. But the only way for you to understand that and see that is if you wipe the slate clean from all of the things that they have put in your system since day one. So you have a lot of things that you need to wipe away. We have been taught from day one that the person next to you is the person who you are in competition with. And that's not true. We have been taught since day one that the person who you are next to is your competitor. And that's not true. And the reason that is because they understand we are more powerful together than we are separate. So they have been keeping us separate by design. But only way for you to understand that is if you detox your mind. You have to change your mindset. And that is get away from religion. Religion was a tool that they used to keep us separate. God is God. I'm not saying don't believe God. God, the creator, who however you want to name him, he is who he is. But the tools that society, that government has placed on this earth has been used to keep us separate from day one. It's too many of us here for life to still be going the way it's going. And you know why it's going that way? Because we have gotten complacent. We've gotten complacent and we're like, oh, and you're still waiting on the Savior. Stop waiting on the Savior and save yourself. Stop waiting on somebody to come and give you something and get with your brother and your sister and we do this together.
Yeah. Now, I see your comment down there, but yes, we done did a lot to each other. That's by design. You don't worry about that. You don't worry about that's the past. If somebody did something to you, that's the past. At the end of the day, out there, if somebody needs something, you want to start a business in your community. If that person that wronged you, they done matured and changed, they want to come buy your product, sell it to them. A lot of times, y'all need to let stuff go. Y'all be holding on to stuff, grudges and stuff. That's stress added to your life. Don't you know stress will shorten your years on this planet? I don't hold grudges. I let stuff go. If I say I'm not gonna deal with you, I just don't deal with you. I'm not gonna tell your name down. I'm not gonna put you down. I just ain't gonna deal with you. You know, but she right. A lot of this like things like religion and all that kind of stuff. That should be personal anyway. I don't care what you believe in. I want you to come buy my ebooks. I don't care what you believe in. Buy my ebooks. You know what I'm saying? Support me. I don't care what you preach at the end of the day. That's supposed to be for your peaceful and humble you. I don't care about that. I want you to buy my books.
I don't understand why you can't support your brother who next door to you, but you'll go and spend money for Beyonce. You'll go spend money for Denzel Washington. They already got it. They already made it. You got your brother over here who done started off doing something, but you'll go into TJ Maxx, you'll go to Walmart and get the same thing that your brother over there selling. And that's another tool that they use to keep us separate. Y'all got to understand when you've been used and you being bamboozled. You are a puppet on a string. When you gonna realize that? Stop being a puppet.
I read what you wrote. You talking about grace and forgiveness. I'm like this. If I did something to honor forgiveness or grace, I'm not going to come back to you begging about it anyway. At the end of the day, if I did something wrong, I know I did something wrong. I'm about to eat that in the universe. I'm not groveling about nothing. But that's me. That's not everybody else. If we had a disagreement and you disrespected me and I cussed you out, you'll never hear me say, I'm sorry for what I said. I meant what I said. It came from my brain. But I can't say, you know what, I didn't mean it for the disruption, everyone, but I had to check somebody. But you ain't gonna never hear me say forgive me for any of my words. Because I think, even in anger, I think what I'm about to say. That's me. I don't know about everybody else. I always think what I say. So if I say something mean, I meant that. See, to me, that's being fake. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. It came from your mind. You had to think it. See, I don't like that fake stuff. I'm straightforward. I meant that. If I call you a dry-faced salamander, neck ass, I meant it at that time. So it is what it
Kevin. Hey, everybody who coming in. Y'all for coming.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be. I don't fake that funk about that stuff. You meant what you said. Because like a few weeks later, you gossip about the same individual. You gossiping about the same individual you just apologized to. Come on now.
Next Friday at 4:00. You missed it, Kevin. You late, and you needed to be in here so I can preach to you, big head brother. But I got a message straight for you, delivered straight UPS priority mail for you, Kevin. But thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you've heard something that tickled your eardrums to make you go do your own investigation. Yeah. You do not have to take my word for it. I just wanted to give you a message, and in that message, make you be a little bit of curious to go search to find your own answer. Stop taking everybody's word for it. Go search the books, the scriptures, the dictionary, whatever you feel as if you need to go and find the answer. Go do that. Mm-hmm. Stop taking everybody face value at their word. If it's not sitting right in your spirit, that means something. You need to go and look into it for yourself. Exactly. Okay? Next Friday, 4:00. Next Friday, self-talk. You can be your biggest supporter, or you could be your own detriment. Which one?
Hey, but before you go, I'm gonna respond to Doug. Doug, okay. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, like if that humbles your spirit, I know plenty of people that can forgive and give grace, but still at a distance. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm like this. You disrespect me and burn that bridge, I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna just ghost you. I'm Aquarius. I'm good at ghosting. I'm just ghost you. You ain't enough from me. I don't need no closure. I'm a January Aquarius now, Mountaintop. Not February. February are emotional. I'm January. Man,
what you trying to say about February? Now we got to fight. Now I'm in February. I'm a Pisces.
February let the emotions come in.
I'm gonna get you, boss man.
Us January, we ain't doing all that. We want all our 120 years. I'm gonna live a long, beautiful life. I'm not doing that.
D does say he need another animal video ASAP.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna post up. It's just the other videos doing so well. You see, I got 5 viral videos, 2.2 million or more. I got some. Yeah, I be doing voiceovers on my voiceover page. I got 2 pages. This is my main page right here, and I got a voiceover page. Okay. And I got like viral videos, some 100,000, 2 million, 2.7 million, 400,000. But I got some videos that I gotta edit, but I'll upload them. Yeah, a lot of people like my voiceovers.
Okay, I don't know who this is. CC. Somebody coming up, about to go. Hello.
This was CC from yesterday.
I was looking for you earlier. I don't know how long you've been in here, but I asked
I was
here
for a minute. I just kind of came in for the last few minutes when you were and Theory was talking. So I just been sitting there. I was in the comments a little bit.
Okay, well next Friday.
But you about to close, ain't you, huh?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. And that baby in the back trying to get. You need my mic. She trying to get the mic.
Right. I'm happy she would do that because now she got our little nap. So now it's just yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. What? She's like, don't talk about me. Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm not gonna talk about you. She's like, who are you talking to? My bad. Okay, but I know you were
Okay.
just closing for tonight. I wanted to elaborate on just like real quickly on what I was saying
Okay.
in the
Go
comments.
ahead.
It's not the fact of like individual. It's not an individual thing because obviously you give grace and you move or you remove yourself from the person to move on. I'm talking specifically as a collective, as Black people. We are not like we do a lot of messed up things to each other as far as
Mhm.
just what's going on in the community as a whole. A lot of the essay, a lot of all of the things, and the main thing that I see a lot, or that I, like either here on this app or whatever, is just the whole thing of like it's a lack of accountability, and then it's almost like people are put into a space where they're put as a victim for like speaking out, especially when it's like against the church. Like y'all, I was there when y'all was talking about I don't even think y'all even went in like complete detail, but like about church hurt and all of that. People
Mhm.
don't want to talk about the real deep things that are going on inside the church. And I'm a believer, but at the same time, I still feel like I'm in a space of like deconstruction. I was about to say detransition,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
but deconstructing, because it just, to me, I feel like I know God, and it's kind of weird for me to like explain why I don't feel like I will completely deconstruct from the faith,
Mhm.
but I know God for me. And so when people be like, "Oh, well, why are you still a believer?" I'm a believer still because of the fact that I know the name I call when I need something. You know what I'm saying? Like when I pray and when I'm just in a rut and when I'm just going through what I'm going through, God has
Mhm.
been the God has been the one that's been giving me what I need and been reconciling, even helping me with those personal things that people have offended me or done some things. You know what I'm saying? So it's a personal walk for me. It's not just I'm going to church and I'm reading my Bible and I'm doing the doctrine, the ritual thing, if you will, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying, type of thing of what church is. I actually have a relationship with God, and so that's why I'm holding on to the faith. But overall, I do get those conversations, and I'm like, God, like this is crazy stuff going on. Like it's just certain things about scripture, certain things about what's going on in the world, and so I go back and forth and have those type of conversations within myself and in my prayer life. And I'm just as frustrated as everybody else when they see certain things. But when it comes to my community, I'm kind of disappointed, and it almost makes me want to disconnect because it's like, yeah. But
But that's where
she
that's
just
where
hit me.
it's a end of. I
Yeah.
mean, I feel what you're saying when you say the community, because I'm disappointed in them too. But it starts with rebuilding people individual at a time. It's not going to happen overnight because it's an individual thing. It takes for people to get fed up in order to change. We can't change people. We're sitting on the sideline praying and hoping they change, but it takes them wanting to change. And a lot of them don't even see where they have a problem. And but that's the biggest problem, is they don't even see or recognize that they have a problem, and that's because that comes with complacency. See, there's so many different things people go through before they get to the point where it's I'm fed up and now I'm ready to change. First of all, it's everybody else's fault but mine. It's this, I'm complacent. Nobody wants to really stand up and take accountability until they get tired of hitting a brick wall. When you get tired of bumping your head up on the brick wall, then you're gonna be like, what's the problem? Then you're ready to eat the crow that I'm the problem. Before a person really is able to say I'm the problem, they're going to push the blame on everybody else except for the person in the mirror. And that's the thing with when it comes to our culture, and every day we want to blame everybody else, looking for everybody else to come and save us but the person in the mirror. It takes like-minded individuals to get together to save us. And that's why they use all these different tools to keep us separated, because they know if we get together, if enough like-minded people get together in the same space, you can change and take over that space. So all these tools that we've been fighting for centuries and centuries are against us, and we are against us. That's why you got to change the individual first in order to change the collective change the culture. It's a process, and it's a process that our people have been going through for a long time. because it's never enough of us together in one location to bring about the real change that we are all looking for.
And
But
I'm gonna
that
add to what you're saying too. We already know how to do it. There's history of us building communities, having banks, hospitals, and everything. They always get attacked. But now with
mhm.
modern times, and with this era, we're not in fear no more. We can build it. We just got to protect it. And the problem is our own folks that want to invite everybody to the barbecue, and you know what I mean by that. Just because
Mhm.
somebody cool with you, got their you can't invite everybody to the barbecue when you building something in your community. Everybody ain't invited. Because some people are there to disrupt and destroy. And you got to protect what you got.
And the thing
Even,
about it,
even,
boss
for your,
man,
even for your same shade, you got
I was
to
about to say
exile
that.
them too.
I was about to say that because if how we say history repeats itself, right? They didn't use outsiders to come and tear what we had down. They used us.
Yep,
You have to understand that you have people who hate themselves, so therefore they don't believe in anything that we do. You have
yep.
to understand that we have agents of chaos amongst us. But only way for you to identify it is detox your mind so you can be able to discern and see people for who they really are.
For sure.
Because they the main ones, like say you can start building something. You'll get some black man or woman, but we should not exclude everybody. Get rid of them. Go ahead and block them. Get them on out of there. Because they the problem. They the problem. Get them on out of there.
I was the crazy part. That's funny how you should do because I was one of those people where it's like, how come we can't all go? But it's like we can't though. Like we can't, and that's the thing too. Is like, and I was in that space to where I was like, I was trying to get everybody free. Like if they could only, understand where we're coming from, if they only get it. But then the more I see it, and the more I'm seeing a lot of what's going on, it's like everybody really isn't going to get it, and everybody's not going to get on their own thing. And it's not just it's everything. It's everything that people are connected to, which is why I said something about intersectionality the other day. All of that is also too because of intersectionality and the things that are both connected to our humanity is just people on this planet. You know what I'm saying? And black people on this planet specifically, we are never going to get to a clear understanding because I feel like we should just have like a whole common common code. I mean common not a common code, a common code, like a code of conduct. Like it shouldn't just be like we all know that we don't just it's not just about, oh, you can't put raisins in a potato salad and a mac and cheese. That's clearly a given because it's nasty. But the point is that you don't do there's certain things we don't do. Like as women, we both know that we don't mess around with a married man. We also don't mess around with a woman's who we know, or if we close to men that they used to date. Like that's just a known thing that we know about each other and that we actively, you know what I'm saying? It's like a common sense thing for
Uphold
us.
the rules. Uphold the rules.
Yes, it's
Mhm.
and there's certain things that we should uphold as black people. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a black person, I'm not going to do certain things because of off the rip of and off the history of what we've had to go through, what our ancestors had to fight for. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. It's like that's part of the problem. She over here aggravated. It's part of the problem. Is like we always going against one another as opposed to actually trying to actively come together, but we don't have a code of conduct amongst one another. It's
The thing
everybody for
about it,
themselves. It's a lot of individualism.
but the thing about it, CC, that's why I say when I come across people, and because honestly, you don't know them, right? Because you're just meeting them. So when I come across people and I hear them speak, I watch them move, I'm being observant, and I see something about them that I don't agree with, or I don't like, I something about them not rubbing my spirit right. I sit back and I try to answer that question, like, what is it about them that does not agree or does not align with me? Because that's you'll be able to pick it out. You'll be able to see where they're coming from. Like I say, stop taking everybody at face value. We have to learn to sit back and be observant before we open the door and welcome everybody in. Everybody ain't supposed to be the movie sinners, right? You can't pay everybody in.
Cornbread. A lot of cornbread Negroids out there.
Okay? You can't even though they knew cornbread, but when the cornbread came back, they realized it was something different about cornbread. Right? So just because they walk in, we all coming, the same complexion, all this, if you done sat back and watched and observed them, you're gonna realize, oh, something ain't right about this picture. You're not coming back the same way you left out. What you're bringing back? So you have to realize people go out and they bring back different spirits. They done went out and now here it is. They coming back on a different arterial motive than what they did when they walked out the door the first time. So you have to be observant and watch people when they come around you and your surroundings. Like watch how they move.
Like one thing I'll tell you gonna play in my goddamn face, I'll call you out. I don't care your gender, race, whatever, I'm gonna call you out. And you know what the problem is when I do call out bigots, it be black folk be like, oh, why you gotta be so hard? I like, you the reason why we gotta continue to check in there because y'all wanna coddle. You wanna coddle. You know, you ain't got so docile that you gotta coddle everything. But you look at every other group around here, they don't tolerate. Talk about them white Jews and say the KYK words. Man, they'll destroy your whole career. Not us. We found reasons why man, I ain't gonna say we. A lot of black folk argue about GA or ER. It's a foolish word regardless. But they run around here, allow these mud dusts to set in your face. But I grew up with them. You might have grew up with them, but it's a history behind everything. It's just sad. We're the only group that allow the disrespect and forget about the history, but every other community don't forget their history dealing with colonizers.
And I was about to say that. It's not that they forgot their history. A lot of them just don't flat out know their history. So that's why they allow everything to happen because they just blatantly don't know. And ain't even trying to figure out to know. They just blatantly don't care.
Want to be kumbaya and every goddamn thing. Man, let me tell you something. Sometimes ain't nothing wrong with checking people. You don't have to be kumbaya all the time. Sometimes it's good to check people and guess what? Delete. You don't need everybody in your camp.
The thing about us,
let them go.
The thing about us, boss man, we give people titles that they have not earned. We're the only culture that give away titles that people have not earned, and I haven't even put in an application for. But you'll give them. That's my friend. They ain't even put an application in to be your friend, but now they got the title though.
Thank you. They go out here. They go out here and do the affirmation dance with Flipper T. Now you want to invite every one of them to the barbecue. Look, man, she doing that dance. Man, she invited to the barbecue. No, your ass ain't invited either. You and her can stay right down that street and do that dance all you want.
I can't stand that. They get talking about that.
Just because they can do a dance, you want to invite everybody.
And it's gotten so much to the point to where it's like now when they do like the African dances and stuff, it's like they get all this type of recognition, and it's like nah, like we've given too much of who we are and what we built to other ethnicities.
Yes, we give it away too freely. Well, why are they being praised for something that we've been doing for centuries? Our ancestors have been doing it.
And then they get to remix it and have it to be theirs, and now they get to be the face of it. Like everybody liking Robin Thicke. Everybody's talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like every time you see somebody doing an African dance and they Caucasian, it's oh my God, he got some soul in him. Okay, soul, but what is his value system about? Like, what is he really on? Like, that's the thing that makes me irritated, because it's like, okay, it was cute when it was, but then now I'm looking at you doing all this stuff and still have to say my life matters. It don't read to me.
Yeah,
it don't read.
It's like if you look at it, it's like they be trying to appease their master. Look, you can finally come hang out with us. No, they used to eat you. The Baptist church back in the 1600s, 1700s used to lynch black men and women and cut the body parts up and have a picnic and eat you because they think they gain power from the melanin. They used to eat you. It's a book. It's a book I
Listen,
call The Recipes of Black People.
listen. I was telling Cece yesterday. I said they don't understand the power of the especially the black melanated woman. That's why they hate us so much because of the melon, and they forever trying to take apart black women and put on what we have. They so busy trying to pretend to be us until it's sickening. It's pathetic, but yet still the black woman is negative. We loud, we ratchet, we this, but you steady trying to be us though. So if we loud, we ratchet, we this, we uncle, why are you steady trying to be us? And the thing about it is they're selling the negativity of us to society to make us look bad, but yet still you trying to be us. And we sitting back eating it up, using the same things that saying the same things that they're using to make us look bad to shame other black women, and we allowing it to happen. Listen, you guys, I thank you guys for coming in, but I's got to go. Next Friday at 4 o'clock, come self-talk with Mountaintop next Friday at 4 o'clock. Come join in the conversation, and we have some talk about self-talk, self-improvement, or self-destruction.
10-4. And
Thank
get your ebooks.
you.
Go to my
Yes,
website,
This was
Life.
good. I appreciate it.
definitely follow Boss Man. He has some ebooks. I have some ebooks. In February I'll be turning 50, so I'm having a big birthday party. You can purchase those tickets. Everything for me is definitely in my link tree. Boss Man have some a website as well. So if you all in Atlanta, or you plan on coming to Atlanta, or you need more information, just hit me up in my DMs. Boss Man is a fellow trucker too, and we'll be back here next
Yep.
Friday at 4 o'clock.
Yep. And it's available on paperback.
Thank
So
you.
if you get it in paperback and you show up to the event in September, I'll sign your book.
All right. Thank you. Everybody have a blessed night and get to your destination safely.